Good morning, welcome to today's video. Today I'm going to talk a little bit about the Sony RX100. Now this is an old model. It's the RX106, so it doesn't have the external headphone jack, and I think there's one other major change they made for the RX7. But it's a great little camera. It's super small, as you can see, and so this week I took it with me to create my weekly vlog. So we're gonna take a look at that, and then I'm gonna talk about what I learned. Routines. Having a routine is a way to organize your life ahead of time. One of the routines that I have is exercise. It's not always held to the exact same standard, as you know, life has its ups and downs, but I try to exercise at least 3 times a week by going to the gym, and I also combine running on the off days. But there's other routines that I have that actually precede exercise, and when I get in the morning, I've been in the habit of weighing myself since about April, when I was trying to lose weight. I use the Noom app to actually pay for that. But really the only benefit that I use it now, I used to use the calorie counting part, but now it's just kind of to log in my weight. But it provides a handy graph and accountability for that. Another thing I do every morning is I make coffee, and so that's a habit. I'm not sure if that's healthy or not, but I know that I love a morning cup of coffee. So those are kind of my morning routines. But it got me thinking about what are my routines with photography. Now I have some basic ones. I charge batteries. As soon as I'm done with the shoot, I dump the footage or the images onto my laptop. But I don't know that I have a set of routines that I would equate to practice routines like I do with exercise. So that's a little bit what I'm thinking about today. Another app I use on a daily basis for health is Fitbit. I wear a Fitbit Charge 3 on my wrist when I sleep most nights, and so I get a sleep score, and I look at that every morning, and I try to make sure that I am getting a good night's sleep. So for me that means 8 hours. For everybody it's different, but I usually have to go to bed by 11 p.m. If I go to bed later than that, I get much worse sleep. Welcome to today's vlog. Today we're going to talk about your daily routines and things you do to keep yourself healthy, and we're going to look for how that might be related to photography or videography habits. And so I just want to say I'm out here on a run. I run this trail a few times a week. One of my routines in the morning is to run 2 miles. On days I go to the gym, I usually skip the run, but lately I've been trying to up my game a little bit, so I'm running 2 miles then going to the gym Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And it's good to get out first thing and get the blood flowing. So join me. Here's some thoughts about some practice routines with photography, with cameras, with filmmaking. One is I took the Sony RX100 out and started to vlog with it, and just the practice of using a different camera sort of challenged some assumptions or habits that I had with the Canon EOS R. And so I really had to work harder in some ways. I found that using a mini tripod was a challenge in a lot of situations. Like at the gym, I have the tripod on the ground, and I have to frame upwards because there's nowhere really to have the camera be eye height. So, but it also provides some interesting framing, and so it's planted a seed about how can I use lower angles in my regular filmmaking. So here's a real dramatic frame. I like this. I actually used the Sony, I think was on 120 frames per second, so I was able to slow it down. And that's something that I don't typically use on the Canon EOS R because it's 720p. But here's choosing a different camera gave me a little more options in terms of frame rate. Some other ideas I had is, what if I challenged myself to do a black and white Wednesday, and every Wednesday I shoot one image for Instagram, let's say, in black and white? Or what if I do a selfie Sunday, and I challenge myself to every Sunday do a selfie that's worth posting on Instagram, that's interesting in terms of composition or technique like that. So I'm thinking about these ideas and I want to start putting them into practice. So comment down below and let me know what habits you have to challenge yourself regularly with photography to keep practicing new skills.
I was just wrapping up the gym workout. This is about 45 minutes. I'm just reflecting on, I do this 3 times a week, 45 minutes, and a lot of times it's the same exercise over and over, but it still hurts, it still burns, it still provides benefit. I still see the benefit. And the question is, what do I do on a regular basis that's routine but building my skill in terms of photography practice? Is there something that I could work on in terms of ISO exercises, focus exercises, aperture exercises? So that's what I'm reflecting on today, is what is my photography workout? And one of my habits is shooting vlog footage or anything. I just like to dump the footage into the laptop as quickly as possible after shooting that, and then organizing. That helps me keep organized.